Hello again, folks, and welcome to a new Let's Play. This is once again the 7th Saga. I'm your host, Darius. Now, we've played through this game thrice already. Once with Camille as Chad, Asuna as Winna, and Legis as, well, Legis. So, we're going to begin a new journey. Now, I'll explain a little bit more about this particular Let's Play as the video progresses on, but let it be known that this time around we are going to be playing as a character I've never actually beaten this game with before, and I'm kind of eager to do so because he can be a little bit tedious to work with, mostly because he is a slow character and by far one of the slowest characters of the game. Olvan, the Dwarf. He's got a really decent power and guard and the kind of shoddy magic, but his speed is his generally lowest stat. Now, he makes up for this by sheer power between his weapons and his armor, as he uses primarily axes, and one of the most powerful weapons in the game is an axe. So that's going to be fan-goddamn-tastic. Now, fun fact, I didn't realize this until I attempted playing this before, but if you were to just go to end, your name will, the character's name anyways, will appear in lowercase as opposed to uppercase, so that's neat. You have trained well in the past 5 years. Finally, the time has come to test your skills and knowledge. Your mission is to find the 7 runes hidden somewhere in on the planet Tychondera. When you have all the runes together, they will give you tremendous power and you will become the leader of this world. Eliminate, tell us more about the runes. They exist in many different forms and it is difficult to identify them. I'll give each of you a crystal ball. It will help you find the runes. Now get ready for the journey and bring the runes back. So, again, we play as good old Legis. He starts with a fire axe. Legis, wow, I'm already off. That was last time. We ain't gonna talk to those schmucks. So pretty much Olvan's whole goal, according to the book anyways, and several sites that I've seen, Olvan's whole goal is to get the runes back so that he can become young again. This is a little bit funky, seeing as he's a dwarf. Maybe he's particularly old for a dwarf. Believable, honestly. Dude is old, grumbly. And we're just going to collect some good old-fashioned hidden stuff while around here, too. Some of it we don't need for a long while, but it's always good to have mirrors. Because, oh god, petrification sucks. But I'll get into that. Now, I said, full disclosure, when it came to this game, that I have a little bit of details to go on about this particular game. And I'm sure that if you've listened to my previous Let's Plays, when I played as Chad, Winna, and Legis, that you would know that this game is hard. Like, the original Japanese release by the name of Elnard is far easier in comparison. Oh, talk to this lady. Go to the item shop and buy potion 1. It will help your HP a little bit. I'll give you one. Try it. And she just gives you a potion. Now, pretty much overall, it was just enemies were stronger and you were made weaker. So that forced you pretty much to pour so many more hours into the game just simply grinding. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I grew up on this game, so I'm used to it. But as a Let's Play format, it can get a little bit dull. So, for the purposes of this, I have patched this so as it kind of retains the same sort of bonus from before that Elnard had. Essentially, the higher in levels you get, the more bonuses you get to certain stats. It's not completely accurate to how the original is, but, you know, it's honestly far, far more balanced. So, we are going to do the very first thing that any person should do playing as Olvan, and that is buy the best weapon that you can get. Because he needs to hit. Or rather, he needs to hit hard. Because he's going to hit a little bit infrequently. But when it comes to when he actually does hit, it feels so good. Now, I'm going to spend this very first episode doing what everyone absolutely loves watching, and that is grinding a little bit, at least until level 5-ish. Or maybe until I can afford some armor. So one of the cool things I absolutely love about this game is that when you go to buy stuff, assuming you can buy the stuff, because, oh boy, you will be told how much of a difference it is, and you can trade it with what you currently have equipped, assuming you have anything equipped at all. Now, I'm not going to be able to afford that for a while. Weapon shops and armor shops, of course, sell armors and weapons. Item shops all throughout the land of Taekondera are very different in what it is that they sell. Most shops sell gemstones, which allow you to preserve your money. Like, you can sell them and buy them for the same price. No half prices, kind of like most of the rest of the items. Inns work as pretty much described. You sleep at them to gain full health and whatnot, and you save your game. And the House of Healing over here, if you have a companion, allows you to revive them, as well as detoxify of poisons. Now, I'm not going to be playing with a companion by my side. I am going to be playing this game one character, Olvan only solo. And then here is the cream, or the butter of the toast, if you will. Mode 7. Combat is fairly simple. Attack, defend, magic, items. Now, magic, I'll go a little bit more into what happened last time, but pretty much magic is not that helpful as Olvan. He has a rather shite stat. In fact, most of his magic is either healing or buffing stuff. For the most part of the game, too, we're going to be doing what I call riposte, where you just defend, and then when you attack, your attack is significantly more powerful. Overall, you take less damage, and overall you do more damage. And it's kind of an all or nothing into one big attack sort of a thing. You'll also notice that they have a, let's call it interesting, selection of monsters to begin with. For example, these are wyverns, apparently. And wyverns are stupid fast, which means that you are pretty much not going to hit them as Olvan whatsoever. I might be dead. Is this worth it? Probably not. Wyverns are also worth a lot of experience points, is the thing, so overall, if I could actually hit the bastard, I'm not going to win this. This is not worth the potions that I'm spending. But I'd rather win. It feels better to win. Damn it. There we go. I'm definitely heading back into town, though. So yeah, defending and attacking, or riposting as I like to call it, is really good, at the least for most of the physical characters, and a lot of the characters are indeed physical characters, I won't lie. And it takes a while to gain power in this game. Even in this patched version, it can take a while depending on your character's strength or weaknesses. For example, Isuna was not particularly strong in the defense department, but she was pretty good with the magic. It's just a shame that magic is a little meh in this game. Now, full disclaimer, I actually have attempted to run Olvan a little while ago. In fact, I actually recorded 18 some odd episodes of this Let's Play. but I found that I could not actually continue anymore. Thing is that the creator of the patch that had kind of restored Elnard's bonuses made a second patch, which essentially made it so as magic users in the game were, quote, viable. Which I can't blame him. They were pretty shite to begin with. Oh, God. I'm gonna die here. Dang it. Yeah, that sucks. So when you die, you go back to the last inn that you had stayed at. But... nope, not that one. You lose half of your money. And this is why the grind of 7th Saga is legendary. Even in the starting game. But yeah, I had applied a patch, the same person... I had applied this patch. And at first, I didn't think much of it because I was Olvan. So, you know, Olvan who has next to no magic stat whatsoever. Let's see. Oh boy. That's not a good start. 3 stats that are only at 2. Oh well. First obstacle came when I came to the first forced apprentice fight. I barely won that, and it was purely out of luck. 100% luck. There was no way I could have won that without cheesing the system a little bit, if you will. Further on into the game, around the point where I was roughly level 25 or so, I came across the second time when I was forced to fight an apprentice. I was forced to fight Camille. And, he was too strong. It's kind of hard to describe, but essentially I was doing 1 damage when he was dropping fire 2s and pretty much removing 3/4 of my health, which at the time for Olvan was something like 200 HP. And so I would try the tactic of using buffs to increase my attack power and then swinging hard and hoping I get a crit. Because when I actually did power up, I was able to do like 150 damage, knocking out a good half of chunk of his life. Which, okay, cool. I thought to myself, maybe, just maybe, I'd be able to win against him. I spent a good 2 hours recording, trying to get that to work. No avail. So, yeah, much as I hate to say it, as much as I hate the idea of, you know, scrapping 18 episodes worth of Let's Playing and maybe 20 total hours of gameplay because I had done a little bit of grinding, I scrapped it because that particular playthrough was proving that it was just too much. I couldn't do that. Now, I don't have the magic patch on this particular one. I would go completely insane if I tried to do that again. 100% insane. Because it'd be one thing if I tried to do that with, like, I don't know, Esuna, or Legis, or hell, even Balsu. Because all of those 3 are prevalent spellcasters. Like, all the goddess spells. If I did that as Esuna, that probably would have made that playthrough a lot easier. But I digress. But as Olvan, who has no magic, versus everyone else who has magic... Well, to say he has no magic is unfair. He does have magic. It's just not a lot of it. Like, it's mostly healing and buffing and, like, 2 attack spells? Fire 1 and... wait. Fire 1 and S1? Fire 2. I know he's got Fire 2. I might be wondering, Adar, when are you actually going to get to play the game? Soon enough. Maybe about now. 7 HP this time, that's good. Yeah, oh, that is a lucky roll for that speed. And he learned one of his first and only spells that we're actually going to be using. He learns 2, actually, useful spells. One is heal. He does get heal too, but I use that a little less frequently, thanks to just kind of the difference in power. Like, one heals for 4 MP, the other one heals 90 for 18 MP. I think I'm gonna take the cheaper one, unless it's an emergency situation. The point is, he does not have much of the magic. The only other spell that I really consider essential for him to get is Defense 1. And all that does is it essentially doubles his defense. So he becomes the tank. So if you had him in a party, say him with any spellcaster, you would probably want Valsu, because Valsu is able to heal all the hit points that he gets. Yeah, we're now at the point where I'm less nervous about taking damage anymore, because everything does 1 damage. God damn that guard. That's a beautiful, beautiful guard. Now honestly, again, the way to win with Olvan is to get the best equipment. So I really don't even want to go into the first dungeon until I get the best armor for him. Which could take a while, honestly. It's... oh, what, 700 gold pieces? And I can sell... nothing really. But we're going to at the least go to Rablesk, which is the next town over. Dang it. So you'll notice sometimes too that your character will attack twice. In this particular case, Olvan will swing his axe in a giant X shape. And that's essentially a critical hit, where he can effectively hit twice. That's double damage. It's awesome. It feels really good. Problem is, even critical hits can miss, which is a little balls, but, you know, it works. I mean, Olvan himself already does so much damage, so... ooh, nice 50 experience points that time. Ooh, one more. I'm gonna have one more fight before I go into Rablesk? No. God. I'm thinking way, way, way ahead, aren't I? There we go. Nice crit. I think... level 4. 7, 2... ah! Man, this is a speedy Olvan this time. Alright. This is not Rablesk. Oh, it is Rablesk. I thought... Potion 1's lying at their feet. Awesome. Now, I will also be going into a walkthrough to try to find all the hidden items and whatnots. Ooh, 231 gold. That's not terrible. We'll see. What does this item shop have? Oh, excuse me, it's rather late while I'm recording this. Okay, potion 2s heal for 90. Magic herbs heal for 20 magic points. Bottle of Protect acts as the defense 1 spell. It will super buff him up. And again, gemstones will be able to be bought and sold for the exact same price, so no worry about that. The only caveat is that you can only carry a total of 9 of any one particular item. Increase my defense by 1, I'll take it. And since it's already sold, I don't need to sell my old shield again. Woo! So this is where we can actually find a little bit of exposition, a little bit of plot. And direction, as it were, too. I'm Gain. I came from Bond Road to take care of my business here. I'm stuck now because the Gate of Earth is closed. Will you help me? If you open the gate, I will give you this map to show my appreciation. The map has magical powers and will always show you where you are. Your journey will be easier with a map. Will you do it? Sure. Here's the deal. You can trust my word. So he says... Alright, so how do we open this Cave of Earth? The traveler who left for Iran is to get the Key of Earth has not returned. The castle has been a hideout for monsters ever since Romus arrived there. What shall we do with him? Probably die. But you, old man, my wife is in a bad mood. You better not bother her. I'm gonna go bother her. Because if there's one thing more stubborn than an old woman, it's a dwarf. I have trouble enough with Romus Null. Leave me alone. Oh. Seems like this Romus is troublemaker. I can't sleep because every night I hear a dog crying at the castle of Iran. It's the sound of sorrow that keeps me awake. Well, I guess where we're going to go next. Now, was it... Al... You know what? Give me a half a tick. Okay. So, just through these trees here, we find a protection seed. Now, protection seeds... Any seeds, really. There's agility seeds, power seeds, vitality seeds, yada yada yada. And each of them have the capability of increasing your stats between 1 to 4 for any one particular stat, which is fan-god-tastic, especially when you have a low-ass speed like someone does. Now, as far as I know, and I save when I already... Yeah, whatever. As far as I know, there's a very limited amount of these protection and agility and whatnot seeds. In fact, as far as I can recollect, there's a grand total of 2 agility seeds through the entirety of the game. And I do mean the whole game. So, yeah, that's a little stressful when you consider that I am going to be walking around as a dwarf. Aha! I don't know why I walked back out here. Oh, I know why I walked back out here. I just want to do a little bit more grinding. I like to enter the Castle of Iran around level 5. That's a little bit far away, like 10 more encounters, but I think I can suffice. I mean, if they didn't run away like chickens. Oh well. Now you might be wondering, well, Adar, why aren't you using your protection seed? Well, I like to use that between recordings. Because what I typically do is I just... If I don't get 4, I will turn off the game, reset it, and start again. I mean, in this particular case, I essentially just save state and then reload it if I don't get 4. Because I'm forced to play this through emulation. Because patches. Yarr. I know, the big E. I do have 7th Saga, I just really don't want to play it in the official capacity of the US release because, oh god. Imagine if I did though. Like, each time would be between 40 to 60 hours. Good lord. Another kind of a thing about when I was playing through before was that when you get more powerful, so do the apprentices. They grow in power with you. And when you fight against them, that's where the stress really comes in, because they get 25% boost to their defense. They get double their MP. And generally speaking, they are immune to all debuffing spells. So if one of your tactics was, oh, I'm just going to throw a no attack thing at Camille. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Just in general, not work. Which sucks, because those can all still totally affect you. I could see maybe, removing all the debuffs, but keeping the debuff immunity to something like, I don't know, the instant death spells. That I could see. But to make it so as you just can't debuff them whatsoever, it sucks. I mean, mind you, that's not any sort of strategy that Olvan is going to be having. Olvan's strategy is going to be just raising his axe and bringing it down. Strategy I usually get behind, but again, in a game like 7th Saga here, JRPG, it can feel a little repetitive. So you need to find things to make it a little bit less repetitive, especially because he misses all the goddamn time. I mean, he's not missing now, because for once in any playthrough that I've actually had of Olvan, his speed is actually really damn good. Like, I think his lowest increase so far has been 3. When it comes to the speed, anyways. Permit loss. Alright. About 4 more fights. 2 or 3 if I get really lucky and I find some wyverns. Because again, now I'm not afraid of wyverns. Now I have a defense score worth a damn. Permit lost. Come on. Where are you? Now, one thing you will notice about this game, though, is its music is fantastic. There's actually a remix band that I absolutely love. It's purely instrumental, called the 7 Songs of the 7th Saga. And one of my favorites is Water. It is such a beautiful melody. You actually hear it in the intro of my of my channel video. I honestly can't wait to get to that particular one. It's not too far. If I'm lucky, I might get there by episode 4? 8 HP, yes. Good guard, good magic. Bad speed. And fire 1. Hoo boy. The fire spells, woo. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly save, and then we're going to sample how the protection seed works, and then I'm gonna call it an episode. And yes, we're gonna save. I would love to get 700 gold, but oh well, c'est la vie. And protection seed. Oh, lucky. There we go. Now you've seen a seed at work, so I don't ever have to show you guys that again. I'm joking, but seriously, I'm tending to do that off camera just so I can keep some sanity. Anyways, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. Olvan can be a little bit tedious, but seeing some of the damage that he can do with an axe is glorious, so that'll be fun to watch. If you guys like this so far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun crap really helps out the channel. When we return to Castle Aran, where apparently a howling dog is keeping everyone awake. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.